We are live. Tripod issues. It's like you got to get the tripod to hold your phone, and then stuff like pops up and it's crazy pants. So, hey, and welcome to Top Drawer RVA. This is a vertical live stream where I am hanging out to apply a Dixie Belle Bells and Whistles transfer to this project. I thought you might want to join me. So welcome. I'm live every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Dixie Belle Paint page on Facebook. And over on Facebook, what I do is start a new project every week, and I get you all to hang out with me and play with paint. I am a Dixie Belle brand ambassador, so everything you see me using today is going to be from dixiebellepaint.com. And I thought we could apply transfers to this vintage suitcase that I just finished painting. So I was able to do a beautiful sunset blend. This is Peony into Cottage Door into Pink Champagne. It's really nice. I'm going to be accenting with a bunch of gold, and I thought we could add a transfer today. So what's a transfer? For those of you that don't know what a transfer is, we're going to open one together, and then we are going to apply this to our project. I see a couple people watching. Hey, Lori, how are you? So inside every transfer tube, they used to come in tubes, and now they come in flat packages. Both have the same things inside, it's just different ways of packaging to save you on shipping. So you're going to find a transfer stick. So this is your tool to burnish the transfer off of the paper and onto your project. You're also going to have an instruction sheet as well as the images inside. On the tube, you can see how many sheets are inside and the size that you're getting. And when you turn it over, it actually shows you the 4 sheets with the perforated area. So that little perforation right there is the thing that allows you to see what is on each sheet. So let's open this up and have a look at what's inside, shall we? All right, so this is a very popular transfer from dixiebellepaint.com. They have a line called the Bells and Whistles, and the Bells and Whistles is all transfers, stencils, etc. And you can do lots of fun stuff with it. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? Cheryl is a good friend of mine. I'm located in Richmond, Virginia, and we are gonna play with some transfers today, Cheryl. I haven't done a vertical live before here on YouTube, and I thought it might be something that would be fun. So let's hang out and play with some paint. So on your instruction sheet, it gives you a list of instructions on how to apply a transfer. I just disposed of these because I've applied 11 billion transfers by this point in my life. Each sheet has images on it. I'm going to show you all 4 images, 4 image sheets. So we have that one, this one, this one. This is getting difficult. This one, like you have a lot. I have yet to do a piece where you add all of these to one thing. I mean, I'm usually cutting them up and spreading them out, which is what my plan was today, because I actually have here on the table a couple of extra pieces from the last time I used a transfer. But I do love her with the clock, and I love all of the words. So let's cut out some of these images today and apply them to our box. So what you're going to want to do is decide which part you're going to use and cut it out with your scissors. I'm going to put the pieces I'm going to use over here on the left. I like that. I probably won't use her with the clock. I feel like that might be a bit too big for this project. So let's move that along. I love the teapot, but again, I think this might be too big for what I'm doing. I probably will take a butterfly. So let's cut out a butterfly. So transfers are kind of fun because you get to add like almost like a hand-painted touch of something to your project without having to do the hand painting, right? So we're going to take out the Drink Me and the Queen. And then let's see what I had left over here that was already open on my table. So if you're new watching and you're wondering what I'm up to, I am a furniture artist or a content creator that creates beautiful things here on the internet. It is my job to show you all of the wonderful things that Dixie Belle paint products can do. I'm a brand ambassador with them. Dixie Belle is a woman-owned, American-run company, and I am super happy and always happy to teach you everything about Dixie Belle. All right, so let's see what we're going to do here. So we have this beautiful pink box. I think, yikes. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop you down there. Let's see what I can move out of the way. I would love to put her right on the front. Like, wouldn't she be fabulous right there? But guess what? This is a functioning lock. The key to this little vintage train case is actually on the inside. So I don't really want to cover this up. I could work around it. Wouldn't she look cute right on the front, or is that just not good placement? Maybe I should do something a little bit smaller. Is this any smaller? Nope, that's just as big, but I like it better. Let's lay out this design and see what we like. If I cut the clock to fit this, would that be a good idea? That might be a plan. Let's see if I have a pencil over here. What I'm gonna do is kind of like line it up and draw around. If I had a marker, it would be even better. All right, we got a marker. So let's see what we can do. Do you think she's too big, Cheryl, for the front? This might work, but then her face is gonna get cut off by that thing. So maybe I shouldn't do. I feel like that's a waste of space though, so if I don't put that whole thing on the front. Because I could cut out this and then move her. What if I cut her off of this so that her head isn't touching that lock? So that's the other good thing about transfers, is that you can cut them up, layer them, and design them as you wish. Let's cut Alice out of this clock. Then what we're going to do is apply her lower so that she is still visible, but not as stuck on that lock, if you catch my drift. So you can cut transfers, you can design them as you wish, and then layer them on top. Like, so now I've cut her out, so I could still put this here, I could put something else here, or I could lower her down here. That's a better option with this piece right here, don't you think? I think that's a better idea. So let's feel where this thing is. Maybe I'll even move it over a bit so that he is clear. So if I cut that out though, will that be, it's gonna be gold. I feel like it should be, if it's gonna be anywhere, it better be center of the clock. I mean, is that too big to cut out of the clock and paint gold? That might be a cool effect, right? What if I cut it out and actually put it, you know what? I'm just gonna put the whole darn thing over top, and then we're gonna poke a hole in the clock. We're gonna try and line up this hole with this, and this will be the only thing that's cut out. I have a knife down here on my table. So what I can do is take a sharp knife, get this lined up so that the lock is right there. Let's cut that out right now. Should we cut it out first? I'm literally talking myself through the process. Honest to God, it's not this hard, but obviously I'm struggle bus with placement. Let's lay this down. Let's cut this out. Now, Mama needs a new razor blade like nobody's business. This razor blade is super dull. Let's try to cut this image out. Come out. Oh my God, look at that. Oh my gosh. Save the day. Okay, so now I have to fix it though, because that's pretty sloppy. These scissors are too big. Are they too big? I just want to cut like a little bit of that black junk. This actually might be a genius idea. This might be the most genius idea that I've had, to place the lock right on the clock center. One more little bit. What are you guys up to today? What is today? Today's Wednesday. Is anybody doing anything fun today? It's about 1,000 degrees in Richmond, Virginia, which is why I'm inside painting in my dining room rather than painting in the shed. I converted my dining room to a studio because look, I'm sorry, but I'm a genius. That is, I couldn't have planned that any better. I might actually have to just paint that gold after rain. Oh my God, I'm so happy with that. Okay, now let's grab a transfer stick and let's show you how this is done. Let's not drop all the things on the floor. So if you've never used a transfer before, this is super easy, you guys. Super easy. All you need to do is peel off the backing paper. This is sticky, this is not, okay? So once you peel this off, this becomes the sheet you're working with, and it's a fragile creature, all right? It's a fragile creature. So don't go opening your windows, running a fan, doing whatever it is that you're doing. You need to know that once you peel this off, Now this, once it's placed down, because it's gonna go sticky side down, it's gonna live there forever. And now the pressure starts to mount because I'm literally live with you here on YouTube. So once I push this down, it's gonna stay there. So let's line up the hole first. The hole is lined up. I'm gonna start with the middle, okay? There, remember there's an edge around this lock. I'm gonna push my transfer down and start to adhere it with this small little bubble, okay? Because this lock needs to come down. So let's take our tool and push this transfer down where the little kind of lock sticks out. Okay, so what is this doing? This is going to just release the image transfer from the sheet, but I'm starting with the piece that's sticking out, okay? So then once that's down, I'm going to push this, and I'm going to push this. Then this little guy, I'll work on him last. Now this is down, let's continue to move this little transfer and rub it. Once you start to rub it, what's going to happen is it's going to start to release from the sheet. I'm really trying to release the image from around this lock first so that I don't get big cracks, because you're only able to work with what's down here on adhered to your piece, right? Okay, so now that this part's done, that's the hard part. Let's continue. Pick a side. You can start here, here, here. Let's get this whole side down. I'm gonna rub. There's gonna be one wrinkle because of the fact that I'm bending this plastic, but it shouldn't be bad. We should be able to layer it up. Okay, I'm gonna use my finger on the edge because remember I cut Alice off, so that means that there's no protecting plastic right here and here. So I'm going to continue to rub my transfer, and it's gonna release from the clear sheet and onto my project. You can start to see the color change a little bit. Can you see how the color goes from like a dark to a light? This means it's off. This is off, this is on. So you just continue to rub the edge. I like to usually make sure all my edges are down and on first before I start to move it like crazy. Sometimes your fingernail does a better job on curved surface than the tool. So now see the image goes onto your painted surface. I like to turn my stuff around as I work, knowing that as I'm going down and pushing it, it's sticking. Work on this little dude too. Come on, little thing, stick over here. Have you used a Dixie Belle transfer before? Have you used any transfer at all? Either love them or hate them, let me tell you. Facebook's been killing me with the comments lately. People love to get on Facebook and be super cranky. So I feel like Facebook people like to come on and tell me how much they love my work or hate my work, and they've been hating on some transfers lately, let me tell you that. I don't know why people have to be so mean, but it is the internet, and the internet wasn't such a mean space until we've had our 4 years of crazy, right? I'm gonna actually cut this little person's hat right here close to the edge so I can stick it under the lock and get it in nice and flat. I wonder if I can actually unlock it. FYI, this is usually how I do things. I don't ever plan stuff out until I start talking to myself. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of a girl. And if I'm live, then I'm a fly live by the seat of my pants kind of a girl. Okay, let's get his little hat down. There's a tiny bit of wet paint still underneath this lock, which if I can work around it, should be fine. All the metal that you see on this little case, like anything where there's metal that I've painted, is going to be, that could be a disaster. That is a disaster. Look at what happened. I moved this because I unlocked it. Now Mama be hand painting in some details. There's gonna be some hand painting going on. So, I forgot what I was saying because I already got distracted by myself. Oh, the locks. Anything metal is going to be painted in gold. So remember I said that transfers are a fragile creature, and if you move it when it's sitting down, you're going to be in trouble. I did that to myself. See, I moved the transfer right there, so that just means I'm going to paint that in by hand. I'm actually pretty good at hand painting, so we will just paint that detail in, or put something there. I can always cut another transfer to fill in the blanks. I could put like a little butterfly. I could put another cat. Let's get this cat down onto this piece. When I opened the lid to work around the lock, the lid shifted. And that shift moved my work. Plus I'm trying to do this live and give you all the best angle. If it isn't one thing, it's another. But don't worry, we have a solution to every problem. Remember I told you I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl? We will work with what we got. My plan would have been genius if I would have kept the lid shut. But obviously, like my mouth, I can't keep lids shut. Okay. All right, so now, what do we have? We have a spot where my transfer shifted, right there. So we're gonna work around that. First of all, I want to push down around the edge of the lock. Okay, once that's pushed down, I know it's solid. Anything where there's a line that you have to open, like say you're working on a dresser or a drawer or something, you can easily just cut it with a knife. Okay, so see this spot where I shifted my lid and the transfer moved? Let's see if we have anything that we can put there to fill in that hole. We could put a teapot. That might work. Because you can build transfers and cover layers. Let's see if that's big enough. If I put that there, that might work. Okay, teapot would work. What else do we have? We have flowers. We put teapot and flowers if it's not big enough. Let's see. I don't really want to put a cat, I don't think, on the, that would be weird. Would that be weird? It might work. Cat? Should I put a cat? Okay, opinions. Should I cut this cat out and put the cat over top of my boo-boo because I opened the lid and moved it? Or should I do a teapot? Those are your choices. What would you pick? Teapot? Teapot barely covers, but super cute. That might be too big. Though I like how he comes off to the edge to kind of balance out this little dude. I know y'all have an opinion on the internet. Let me tell you, if there's a place where people have opinions, it is the internet. No joking around. I feel like this cat might be the thing to do. I'm just gonna cut in the edge because remember, the lock is what threw me before. I tried to move around the lock. We got crazy over here. You want me to hand paint it in, Cheryl? Oh my gosh. I could, but I won't because I'm being lazy. Look how cute that rat is. Digging the rat. Okay, let's put him here. We're gonna go with it. We're going with the flow. Fly by the seat of our pants kind of girl, remember? Just get his butt to cover enough right there. I feel like I'm gonna come in and cut around this too because that's where the bend is. If I can bend it up and over. That'll work. Should we do it? It's already done. I've made up my mind. Okay, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to grab my tool. And I'm going to come into the edge and start here first. Remember this edge that I want to get up and over? I'm going to do the same thing on, come on. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I might have to cut that side too. Genius. So I'm going to use my finger because the tool works well, but your fingers work just as good sometimes. Just to get it off. Come on. Hands are not working with me today. Rub harder, it says. Rub harder. There, that's better. Now we're going to go in here. Maybe I should cut this to go around the rock. Nothing like a little makeshift action. There. Take that little guy out. Okay. When all else fails, make your own design. When you make a mistake, make your own design. What are you doing hanging out on YouTube, Cheryl, in the middle of the day? Too hot outside? You're doing what I'm doing? Waiting till it gets dark to go outside. It's so hot. It was 104 yesterday in Richmond, Virginia. 104. Like, that's like make you sick hot. There was a heat advisory. Again, rubbing, be careful when you get up close to those edges that you don't over rub. And just like that, we covered our boo-boo. No more rip. And to be honest, it's kind of a little bit more of a better flow, kind of going up like this. So I'm gonna get in there with my gold paint. See, one more little teeny tiny spot over here where the paper shifted. Nothing is tiny enough to go over there, I don't think. Is there anything? Let's see what we got. Little tiny flower, little flower. A little tiny teapot. Or just paint it in. Mama just paint that in. Let's see what we got. Oh, because all it is black, right? Oh, that's purple. I might need purple, actually. Got some black. Need a fine tip. Another handy tip for you when you're painting in details, don't just paint the crack. Come around and do the whole thing. Like, come in and do spots that aren't, if that makes sense. Like, don't just go right there. Go all the way around. I do want some of that purple. This purple's kind of old. Let's see if I can get some on the lid. Yep. You won't even tell, because Because now I'm going to come in here after anyways. When I seal this with my clear coat, what will happen is I will come in and add wax. And then the wax is going to disguise that too. That's where the transfer gently folded when I was working on that lid. Perfect. Can't even tell. Can't even tell. Nice. I'm feeling even a little spot over here where I cut Alice out. Cute, 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 cute. Nice. So now this will be gold in the middle where the lock is. Definitely putting dark wax in there. But what do we think? Have you guys ever tried to do transfer before? Am I like preaching to the choir here? You've seen it 100 million times or you haven't seen it before? I'd love to know. Okay, so now that part is done. Let's see what else we can do. This little case. This is going to be gold. This will be probably gold. I think I need to add some stuff up here. Where's that butterfly cut out? There's Humpty Dumpty. You ever wonder why they put Humpty Dumpty with Alice in Wonderland? Because it kind of doesn't go together. Should we put her back on here somewhere? We're all mad here. I don't want Humpty. You could do like a little butterfly. I could do like we're all mad here, kind of coming down, cut up. Let's put the butterfly here too. We also have Drink Me. She's too big to go here. She's gonna go on the side. But I'm definitely doing that here. Teapot, and then I think we should do like we're all mad here, kind of coming out under where the handle will be. Yes? I think so. All right, let's put a little teacup over here. It's not a teacup. What is this? It's not a kettle. What do you call this? A teapot. It's a teapot. Hello, speak English. All right, gotta get your finger under. I'm gonna give it a rub. Feel it start to release. You can see the color change between dark and light. If you're feeling like you're getting too close to the edge, you can use your finger. Just remember, you don't want to scratch your fresh paint. And I cut these transfers pretty close to the side. Cute. You know what else is cute? Is when you open this case up, it's actually this color on the inside. Like a blue, kind of a bluish gray. Let's figure out a placement for the letters. I can't really go over top of that, right? So it needs to kind of go like this. Unless I do this. I put on an angle. Nope, we don't like that. Nope. I like the M kind of coming this way. So I put that there and I put this here. Here can go right here, right? Is that okay? I think that works. So let's start with the mad and place it around the mad. Once again, you just peel off that backing. And I want to get it like kind of close to this right here. Pushing it down with your finger. Grab your tool. And rub. Once you know that it's grabbed on, like you're pretty free to kind of come in and start to pull at it, you just really need to know that you really need to get like an edge down. Again, getting in close with my fingernail. Sweet. So now I can place this around this, because this, I really wanted this little curly cue to kind of come down there. Jumping on late and you just wonder what the heck I'm doing. We are applying a Dixie Belle Bells and Whistles transfer. This is called the Alice Part 2. This is no longer available online. This is completely sold out. You need to go find your local Dixie Belle retailer, which there are many, many, many. Right at the top of the webpage, www.dixiebellepaint.com, there will be a button called Find Your Local Retailer, where you type in your zip code and or your country, and it will tell you exactly where you can go to find your local Dixie Belle retailer. And they might have this in stock, they might not. Call first, because this is a limited edition. This was discontinued now. So you need to know that it might not even be in stock at your stores. Call them and ask them first. This one was very popular. I think everybody loves Alice. I know I do. I did a lot of jewelry boxes with this transfer. But don't worry, new stuff is always coming soon, and they have some beautiful new things, just no more Alice. Bells and Whistles also makes beautiful decoupage papers, silkscreen stencils. Lots and lots to play with. Whether you are a crafter or a furniture artist, I'm kind of a little bit of both, you can find something to play with. Look at that, so cute, so cute. So now we did the clock with the lock, because I still have the functioning key for this piece. I'm gonna have to get my knife out and cut that image. Remember where I jammed the lid open, my transfer moved a tiny bit, so I had to paint that detail in. Where should we put the butterfly? Or should I do teacup? Teacup, I think. The butterfly might be too big. I kind of like it going over the edge of the cat. Do I have a smaller one? That one's a touch smaller. Touch smaller, perfect. And then teacup up here, right? That would be a good idea. Yes. I also feel like this is a little lonely all by itself. I should add a flower to it. Let's do the teacup first. Using your enclosed burnishing tool. FYI, keep these. I use them for freaking everything. They sometimes become drawer slides, sometimes they become stir sticks, sometimes measuring tools. I use them for everything. They're a lot of fun. You can even keep this plastic to put in when you're painting mirrors around the edge. This plastic's really good too. Smaller butterfly. Am I crazy? Are they exactly the same? They might be exactly the same, it's just my eyeballs. I think they're the same. I think I've lost it entirely. Let's put one right here. Touching the cat on an angle, like that. I like that. If you are local to Richmond, Virginia area and you would like to see some of the things that I've painted, you can find majority of the projects that I don't donate, because I do donate a lot of projects back to my local community. There's a local shelter that I donate to. There's a couple nonprofits that I give things to so they can do auctions and sell. My most recent auction raised money for ARC in Hanover, Richmond, Virginia area. And they were able to help their crew of people with learning disabilities. That was last month. But if you're local to the Richmond, Virginia area and you're looking to shop any of the things that I actually do make or create, you can find them at the Lazy Daisy. The Lazy Daisy has 9 locations across Virginia, and they are a fabulous store. You can always get a lot of really fun things at the Lazy Daisy. Let's work on the side a little bit. So I glued this. It wasn't perfect. I still think it's okay. We could actually put something over top and you can even see. Kind of want to put the Cranky Queen. And then I could put Drink Me right there and it might hide a little bit of that. What do we think about that? Do we like the Cranky Queen? This little guy's too big, right? Okay. Let's fit on the other side. Look, there's a smaller butterfly. What do you know? Cute. Now, I am painting all of these edges in gold, so if I go over top of the edge, it's okay. I can paint that in gold and it'll just be like a frame. I like the Cranky Queen. I think that this is better. Let's put her there. So to apply a transfer, you peel that backing off. And then you put her down onto your project. I'm going to go off center. I feel like off center is always better than center. Again, I will just be working on these edges because this will be painted gold, so it doesn't even matter to get those things down onto that edge. You can cut it while it's on. You can do it after. I do have a blade down here, but my blade is dull. I need a new blade. Tuning in late, and you're wondering what paint color I used. Peony mixed with Cottage Door, mixed with a tiny bit of pink champagne, painted live on the Dixie Belle paint page if you're wanting to see the process. You can. Most everything I do is documented or recorded in some way. You can find me across all social media at the top Drawer RVA. Pretty much post every day on every platform. I also am a social media coach, so if you have questions about how to grow your brand online, reach out, send me a DM. I will talk you through the process. My group is held on Facebook. It's private. I'm live weekly, posting guides and recommendations. Well, you got me here. If I see the question, if you actually do have a question about social media while I'm live here, I'm happy to answer it for you while I'm working. So go ahead and drop that question in, whether it be about how to grow on Instagram, which social media platform I like the best, which one's paying me the most money. Always happy to talk shop. I like it. Being able to grow my brand, millions of followers across all the platforms. Messed up that D, but that's fine. Cute, cute, cute. Well, friends, I think that's as far as we're going to go today. Been standing here for 40 minutes. I hope that you enjoyed my live. I hope that you had a lot of fun. Hopefully I know how to turn this sucker off now that the live is finished. I will check in with you all later. If you're looking to see the final result, stay tuned. I will have the final result up on my channel pretty soon. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget, we used Peony, Cottage Door, Pink Champagne, and this transfer is the Alice Part 2, only available at your local retailer. These are no longer available online. Take care, everybody. I will see you on the flip side.